know you. Don't know you. What?
Hello, and welcome to Film for FrightFest. You are currently in pre-production for The Tombs, The Rise of the Damned. Could you tell us a little bit about the project and how you're involved within it?
Yeah, sure. Tombs, Rise of the Damned is a feature-length horror film shot at the London Tombs scare attraction. We actually did a publicity stunt here last year. We got one of our characters dressed up as Teddy, who's one of the killers in it, to kidnap our star just outside the front. And FrightFest really kindly said, yep, go for it, use all the publicity you want, and thanks to that it actually got picked up, and we've actually just got the call from the exec today saying that it has been financed, so that's pretty cool. So we'll be co-producing that along with Temple Heart Films.
Tell us first of all your first experience of encountering the Tombs, Rise of the Damned.
Right, yes, I was here actually by the media wall, and I'd heard screams, but I thought, oh, that's just, normal activity in Leicester Square, someone being killed, that's fine. And then someone came over to me and said, have you seen what's going on outside? And I went, no, why? He said, you should come out and have a look at this. So I went out, but it was all right. I thought, I don't know what they're doing, but they're outside, so it's fine. So I just came back in, and then someone else said, have you been up to you've seen what's happening in the bar? There seems to be something happening. And so So I went up and I noticed then that they were filming, and I thought, right, I'll have this lot. So I kind of found out what they were doing, and I sort of thought, you know what, why not? It's the spirit of FrightFest, and the root of FrightFest is that people who come here, they're often aspiring filmmakers anyway, and it's just part of the way we are. So I kind of relented and said, okay, you can carry on and do what you want, it's fine. And I thought, it's interesting anyway, so people can come and have a look and see what's going on. I had to make sure the view management themselves actually kind of realised that it was permissioned and they were filming with our grace. So, but that was fine. So that's sort of essentially the story. Oh yeah, there was. At one point, I was going to call the police, not because only because I thought, well, there's something going on outside that maybe shouldn't be, and then if that impacts on the festival, then blah blah. But yeah, it was just a passing moment of madness, really.
And it all turned out to be gory fun.
Yeah.
What is your role within the film, and how did you first come to be a part of it?
I'm very fortunate. I am playing the lead, so it's quite exciting. I actually worked with Dan Brownlie, the director, a couple of times previously to this, and he had me running through bushes. I was cut up, I was screaming, I was crying. I've been killed multiple times by him, and he decided, why not let her live this time? So here I am now.
It's the one that you survive all the way to the end. It's unusual for a horror film, I like it. So how did the idea of this film come about?
The idea is basically I was at a press night at the London Tombs scare attraction, and I thought it'd be really cool if maybe something happened where the animatronics or the scare actors, something happened to them, and they locked all the doors and started killing people. And it just kind of stuck with me, and as years went on, I got really close to the London Tombs, and I sort of put it forward as an idea, and they really loved it. And then it was the road to the publicity stunts and getting it put together, and Temple Heart came on board, greenlit it after our stunt last year, and we had a big press night in October. And yeah, so it's a year later and it's all kind of come together, so it's really exciting.
So what are your plans as far as going into the film? Is there anything that's influenced your character at all?
So far, all I can really say is that the real influence is the actual location itself. We've been blessed by the London Tombs themselves. They've given us their set, which is phenomenal, and it is so bloody terrifying that I'm not going to have to act at all. I'm going to be petrified throughout the entire film. So as a scream queen, it kind of works for me.
Kind of method acting it.
Definitely.
So how does it feel now knowing that obviously the press stunt that they took part in during last FrightFest is what got the attention?
I'm chuffed, but it's interesting because 9 times out of 10 that wouldn't happen. So there's obviously something special about film and the people who are making it to take it to that next level, because it's one thing doing the footage and doing all that, but it's another thing actually making it into a film that's financed and has a release. So, wow, hats off to them. So I think that if you're that good, you would have done it anyway. So if it wasn't FrightFest, it would have been someone else who would have given them the opportunity. So.
Obviously, you are a fan of the horror genre. Are there any particular films that really stuck with you from the start, that things that you've seen that have kind of influenced the work that you do?
Yeah, I am completely and utterly accept that I'm going to rip off Rob Zombie and Toe Pooper and the RZ31 t-shirt. Yeah, some of my advertising campaign even had the killer's faces like this, and someone put on Facebook, could you rip them off anymore? And it's like, I'm going to try it. I'm really going to try it. I think he's the greatest horror director around. So yeah, House of Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, all those massive influences and stuff.
Then horror-wise, my biggest, most favourite, most ultimate horror film is Scream. I'm a huge fan of Scream. It's just the best ever. That's all I can say. So yeah, I think that's probably influenced my love of horror.
Any films outside of the horror genre that has really influenced anything that you've been doing?
No, I'm mainly a horror director at the moment, so nothing really outside. My favourite film outside of horror is Lido and Stitch, but I'm not sure if that actually influenced it. But it's a good film, so I'll chuck that in there anyway.
Are there any kind of genres outside of horror that you haven't worked in yet that you'd like to do some more work?
I've dabbled in comedy. And I would love to splash in comedy and not just dabble in it. I think it could be good fun to do, yeah.
Now, you have just told me as well that the last time you were interviewed, you did a little chicken dance, and I feel we need a reprisal just in case anybody missed it.
Just for the fan club.
Just for us. See, that is the horror actors that we really need in life.
Exactly.
But considering how important festivals like FrightFest are to independent films, it must be quite exciting knowing that one independent film sort of managed to take its springboard from the festival and do something great.
They have to show it here then, don't they?
Of course.
You know, there has to be a sort of cyclic, so we have to show it. So I'm a bit nervous because obviously, I would say let's show it anyway, regardless of quality threshold, because it's such a great story. But obviously, Paul and Alan, they've got to encounter their sort of critical analysis. But just give it to Ian; he'll put it in anyway. So it will be great to have it here, but that's down to them. And if they've got UK distribution, then it's down to them. So getting films selected festival isn't as easy as people think it is, particularly if the film's already been picked up. They might have a completely different idea. And they might think, no, we're not putting on a FrightFest for whatever reason, who knows. But let's see.
Yeah,
that would be great. Yeah.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and also check out the hashtag Acting Hour every Wednesday between 1 and 2.